first of all, Jerry Hatfield, tell us how this all came about. All of you are wearing the guys' shirts. Tell me how the guys started.
Well, once I came back to Montgomery, I retired, and I came to a couple of plays. Thought I'd like to be involved in it, not as an actor, but just any way to help out. And Randy Burdick, one of the public safety employees, was in a role, and I was talking to Burdick after his play, and he told me that they always use people here, so I decided I'd come up and just see what was going on. So I had another gentleman here who was helping up doing the sets, and I went to help him one day, and we had a project that was just a little bit more probably what we could handle. And Steve Brantley had just retired from the state, and he hadn't moved into another career field yet, so we needed some expertise. Steve was a carpenter, so I asked Steve if he could
volunteer,
come over and help for a couple hours one day on a project.
And that's the way it goes.
And he was kind enough to do so. So that was about 8 or 9 years ago. And so Steve came in, and the other guy stepped away, and it left me and Steve, but we still needed someone else, and we went to the trooper reunion, and David was there, and we decided to play golf after the luncheon. So while we were on the golf course, I asked David what he was doing,
and I got the same.
Use him for a couple hours.
And I got the same 2-hour speech, just 2 hours that Steve got 8 years ago.
That's right, and
couple hours, that's all I need you for.
and then Harry, we still needed some help. He got a couple hours.
2-3 hours.
Yeah, that's all.
That's it.
And if anybody just gave a couple hours,
Yeah. I gave a couple hours.
Couple hours for Cecil.
And so Gene, he was retired, and then Jerry retired, and what we do is just try to keep them off the streets, Everybody, they're getting out of law enforcement, but needed something
Somebody has to do it, right?
something to keep them occupied.
Keeps us out of trouble.
So we work for T-shirts and lunch occasionally, but
And animal crackers, right?
Animal crackers.
That's it.
And have animal crackers.
But so it's been an ongoing project, and so we've worked about 4 sets a year, and I am not a carpenter. I've never presented myself as one. All I do, Steve tells me where to screw the screws in, and where to take them out when I've done it wrong, and where to put them in.
But you are the leader.
The de facto leader.
This spring.
But anyway, if you're going to do this, you got to have vision. If you're going to, I do not have the vision. I never really know what it's going to look like till it's finished. So, but anyway, so David, and kind of got a team. David heads up one, Steve heads up the other, but Steve is final authority, and then we just go from there.
That's
So,
great.
yeah.
Well, Harry, what is your favorite thing about your couple of hours?
Yeah, that's only 2-3 hours is all I need.
Uh-huh.
That sums up the recruiting the recruiting tag.
Short and simple.
But no, we enjoy doing it. We come in here and have a lot of fun and cut up and make fun of one another a lot. And we watch one another argue about how it should be done, and we eventually settle on how it's to be done. But we've actually built some pretty complicated sets in the past, some more than others, but we actually had a set one time that got applause, I believe, when everybody saw it, because it was such a complicated configuration. But it's just a lot of fun to come in here and get together and have a little project.
That's great.
So
That's great. Now, Cecil, you guys you built this one, right, for Young
Yeah.
Frankenstein?
Mm-hmm.
Was there any challenges that you faced, or did Did anything fall on someone's head? Any funny stories? I know if I were building sets, there would be a lot of that.
You know, we all have all our digits. No, it wasn't particularly, well, David here is our master design expert, and, of course, under the tutelage of Brantley. And, you know, so we kinda do what they tell us to do, and, you know, we lift that bale and tote that barge, and, so I enjoy doing it, cause I enjoy spending other people's money.
I know Christie has a lot of money to spend.
Yeah. Well, some of the most fun we have is watching David and Stephen argue about how it's to be done, and then wait to see who wins the argument, and that's how we do it.
Ah.
That's where most of our enjoyment comes.
And there's a couple of things about this set that are very unique, like the bookcase there, when it goes into action.
Oh,
So,
okay.
So we like what we're doing.
That's
So,
great. So you'll give it another couple of hours.
Yeah, we'll do,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, you know.
And over 8, 9 years, that's only a few seconds a
Right.
year.
Yeah, we're in the process of getting a new agent to negotiate our contract
Nice,
next
nice.
year, so.
I guess Jerry gets a 10%
No,
cut
no, no,
because,
we're
you know, he's the
firing him.
recruiter. He's the recruiter.
No, we're firing him as the agent because he didn't do a good job with the last contract, so.
Jerry gets an extra hot dog at lunch, that's all. That's his cut of the deal.
Now, this particular production is slightly different because some of you sharing a cameo?
We are, we're all,
That's the
well,
rumor.
some of them are going out of town that, you know, they haven't said where they're going or how long they're gonna be gone, but
Or
they.
when they plan the trip?
That's right, but they've, so far, they've been very evasive, I might say. However, but so, at the end of each, these plays, one of us, will be Dracula in the Frankenstein show, so.
Raise your hand if you're gonna be Dracula one of the nights. Alright.
Well,
So, they plan their trips.
Yeah, their
Heard
trips
about
all of a
it.
sudden came up.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But I work for Dave.
Uh-huh.